The following episode contains explicit content. You've been warned.
Which is the biggest fuck you ever recorded ever, aside from Donald Trump's election victory.
Well, I mean, Ron DeSantis is the Florida Man of the Week.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be something they're not and have shit they ain't got. Don't be a dick. Don't be an asshole. Just be nice. You don't have to be that guy. Show some respect. Just be a person. Love one another.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Brain Snacks with Jaxon and Max.
What's up, man?
We're going to throw some curveballs here today. We're not going to do, after evaluating what we've been recording, it seems like I've just been going off for like the first 20 minutes, recapping what's been going on. And maybe we'll just save that for the end. Or not at all. I don't know.
Figured you guys are probably getting tired of hearing too much about how shitty or non-shitty our lives are or whatever. So we're going to try to cut the razzle-dazzle on this episode.
Brand new concept that Jaxon actually came up with. Again, we both consulted on it, but it was definitely his brainchild, and I'm super stoked about this. Now, do you want to start off with this new segment? We haven't have a name for it yet, but it's very much in the Brain Snacks vein because these are thought-provoking, interesting, unique, maybe funny ideas or concepts or news stories that we happen to run across this previous week.
All right.
What you got, brother?
I'm going to get your thoughts on this.
Okay.
All right. Let me set the stage. We're in
Okay,
Florida.
setting the scene.
We're in Florida.
Of course we're in Florida.
Right? Okaloosa County. This was part of the stipulation on this idea was that we're going to talk about Florida. Because it's always a Florida man or woman.
Well, at least one of these stories has to be Florida.
Yeah, right. So, Chick-fil-A employee fights off Florida man trying to carjack woman. So,
The superhero. He's a superhero for Christ. For Christ chicken.
yeah,
The Lord's chicken.
that was what I was saying. I was like, don't be fooled. That's the whole like, I might be nice, but I can still get dirty if I need to.
Right.
That makes me respect Chick-fil-A a hell of a lot more. But the woman had a baby, and this man comes at her with a stick, demanding her keys. And then, I mean, there's a whole video of it on Orlando.com. This had to be last week, but
you said this was Okaloosa County?
Okaloosa County. I'm not familiar.
That's kind of in the neck of the woods where I used to live. I think that's Fort Walton and Destin.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I'm Okaloosa Island, so yeah.
43-year-old William Branch approached her wielding a stick and demanding her keys. So,
she's attempting to carjack with a stick.
yeah, he's using a stick, one of the most primitive methods ever, to try to steal a car for some reason.
In a Chick-fil-A parking lot.
In a Chick-fil-A parking lot in Florida.
Oh, and then the Lord's chicken peddler to the rescue.
Yeah.
So a Chick-fil-A employee thwarted.
Yeah, he took a blow to the face in the video I watched, and then tackled the dude with the stick down, and then all these people get out of their cars in the drive-thru, just standing around like a post-apocalyptic situation. Like, man, that shit's just lurking right underneath, I guess.
Oh, maybe the dude didn't like the Lord's chicken. I don't know. That's wild.
Yeah.
Now
That's all speculation, but could be.
I would love to see the toxicology report on this individual.
Yeah. Yeah.
How desperate do you have to be to try to carjack somebody with a stick?
Yeah.
Especially in a concealed carry state. I mean, Florida is no Texas when it comes to guns,
Right.
but it's not far behind, dude.
Yeah.
It's really not.
If you need to get out of there fast, you need to just call an Uber, buddy. You're better off just threatening the Uber driver and
Right.
trying to get the free ride.
Right. So yeah, that's
Pretty funny. I mean, holy shit.
Wait, well, again, I'm just what would possess somebody? Maybe they were possessed. There's another angle. Maybe this Satan's getting tired of not having his chicken. Popeyes is Satan. Maybe is that the moral of the story here?
Could be. Maybe Chick-fil-A was sending out some vibrations that reached a certain satanic force. There had to be some lashing out. I don't know, man.
Okay.
It's the dark arts.
The dark farts.
Dark, yeah.
So I will see your Florida man status and raise you the not so advertised Arkansas man status.
All right.
Okay, so
See it.
this is so keeping with the whole Chick-fil-A Lord's Chicken holier than thou theme. And that was completely unplanned, by the way, but this is an excellent segue. Arkansas man saws off his own leg in front of his 5-year-old daughter.
Holy shit. Talk about dedication.
Yes. So,
man,
this man, Shannon Cox, 48 of Boone County, Arkansas, was proclaiming that he was Jesus and Satan at the same time.
He's just realized that.
He is, I am the Alpha and the Omega.
Yeah. So
he is
so
the
what?
end and the beginning.
So-
he is the Jesus and the devil.
all right. Is there more to this?
Oh, there is more.
All right.
So Shannon Cox, prior to him cutting his leg off, he had verbally abused his wife, Sandy Cox, who's 30. So he's 48, she's 30, 18-year difference. Don't know how much that really matters, but pertinent information maybe. But he verbally abuses his wife before cutting his leg off in front of his daughter. Now, the wife left. Okay, so the wife feared for her life, but I guess her
left the kid
mothering
there?
skills, yes.
Oh
Her
my God.
her parenting skills were a little lacking. So she was so caught up in her survival that she just like, here, I don't care about the kid. She bails.
Oh my God, man.
And then the best part about this story, and I don't have the article open, that was just my highlights that I had written down. But the best part of the story that resonated with me was like he was apparently just, again, preaching, but not like screaming, but he gets a chop saw, like a miter saw
That's how he did it?
out. Yes.
Oh,
He gets a miter saw out. He's got his leg kicked out. Bam. And again, his 5-year-old daughter's sitting right there. And he's just preaching to her about the end times and being Jesus and Satan and just,
that reminds me of those.
and he lived.
Well, like that's crazy. I guess that's crazy. I wonder if the fucking kid was like,
Oh,
this happens every Wednesday. Let me get the tourniquet.
Well, so the kid is now obviously in Child Protective Services.
Like-
both parents are now under arrest.
Never gonna be a carpenter. Never gonna be able to put cord around in his own house.
Well, I mean, he's already going to have the low angle with missing the leg. But this kid is in Child Protective Services now. Both the parents were arrested and charged with child endangerment, but they're both out on bail. How? Why? What? So I'm not going to go off on a huge tangent on this, but seriously, so
My
at
head's
some
going
point,
around
at some
thinking,
point, I want to like when we do a full production show again, we get back into the conspiracy series. I want to do a series on the prison industrial complex because the bail bondsmen are as much a part of it as the judges are by letting these people out. So it's bad enough that we're sending so many people to jail, but when we have repeat offenders going in and out of the court system, they don't even go to jail full time anymore. They just get out on bail almost immediately. And it's a huge money making industry.
Yeah.
But it's that revolving door where if there's clearly evidence, the DA isn't pushing for no bail. I have no idea if these parents are going to sue try to get custody of the kid back again.
Yeah.
And if they reform and they're get back on whatever meds they obviously needed to be on, maybe, yeah. But for them to get arrested and then immediately post bail, both of them, that's just
fucking insane. What did she go to jail for? Did it say? Just
child endangerment.
Yeah.
Because she left her daughter there.
With a fucking psychopath in that moment.
That
Dude,
is
well,
yeah.
my mind, it went to, you know, those, I don't know, they're Asian. I'm not sure if it's Japanese, but I want to say Japanese mafia, Yakuza or something like that.
Yakuza.
They would cut off their finger
Mm-hmm.
to prove how regrettable they were or whatever. That's what it reminds me of. It's like this man actually believed this to the point where he was willing to cut his leg off to prove.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm this serious about this. It's like, all right.
Oh, it makes me think of that scene
buddy.
from Ricky Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't feel. I'm telling you, I can't feel. He goes
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Same exact thing. Yeah.
So yeah. So again, Florida man status versus Arkansas man status this week. I'm gonna go Arkansas man kind of wins.
Yeah, your story does win. If we're doing a competition, it wins.
It's not a competition, and honestly, I didn't know you were gonna lead off with
Florida man
with the Chick-fil-A Florida man.
Yeah.
Which was, again, an excellent beginning. And it segued very nicely with the religious undertones of Chick-fil-A into the Arkansas man claiming to be both Jesus and Satan while cutting his fucking leg off with a chop saw in front of his kid.
Crazy.
This is the world we live in, folks. This is the world we live in.
We create it every day.
So do you have, give me more. Give me more.
Right. Well, all right. I was hot on the chase with this one, and I thought that I would have something more unique, but I still want to talk about it because it's so fucking funny.
Come on, bring it. Feed me.
I called it Martha's Migrants. You already know. You already know.
I didn't even put that in my thing, but yes, I am familiar. I am familiar. For those of you not familiar, please, Jackson, give us a brief rundown.
Well, Florida, Florida man,
Florida man,
a Florida man. All right, so essentially, 50 refugees were sent to Martha's Vineyard, which is the biggest fuck you ever recorded ever, aside from Donald Trump's election victory.
Well, I mean, Ron DeSantis is the Florida man of the week.
Yeah. Sent these migrants to Martha's Vineyard, which is, if you are not aware, the most posh of posh people you know, household names, have fucking
hoity-toity
summer houses up here. Hillary, I mean, all the
elite,
Obamas, all these motherfuckers,
the elites,
and then you just picture 50 migrants just showing up for them to take care of. It's that classic, I want to help people, but not me.
On my lawn.
But not me. Yeah. You can't stay at my house. So I just thought it was fucking hilarious. Like, put your money where your mouth is. Like,
that is some epic trolling.
Yeah.
That is some epic trolling. And that's one thing, we don't have to dive into the politics of it, but if you're gonna espouse that you should be more compassionate to these migrant workers or people, they're fleeing their country. I think these were Venezuelans, 50 Venezuelans of varying ages, family units. And that's all good and well. And I'm not saying that we should be dispassionate about it, but the people that are being the most dispassionate about it are the people that are in these gated high-end communities that are just like, yeah, we'll be sanctuary cities as long as they're not in my neighborhood.
Exactly. Which you don't even have to go into the politics. It's just in the interpersonal aspect of that, just how ridiculous that is to be the biggest hypocrite ever. on
Mhm.
any given thing. I mean, it's like just I think it's awesome. I mean,
That is pretty awesome.
I have mixed emotions. I feel like it's kind of I feel sort of sad, that real people were used in kind of a political ploy thing because it's kind of
Oh,
just
yeah.
it's kind of a just performance.
Well, that's
but
that's
but it's
that's all we all are.
but I mean, hey, if they got a nice little vacation out of it, I mean, they maybe got to see some cool shit. Maybe the kids got to see, something nice, and
Mhm. Yeah.
maybe
Well,
maybe they'll get summer homes up there.
Well, it's Texas Governor Abbott, and then you got Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, who is the one that that totally trolled the political elite, and most of them are leftist, left-leaning political elite in Martha's Vineyard. But they're both Texas and Florida, which are huge for quote unquote illegal immigration or undocumented migrants, however you want to phrase it. But those are the two states that are inundated the most, with the exception of maybe New Mexico and California, but definitely like Texas and Florida are pretty like maybe number 1 and 2. They're both now just as soon as people are processed through the non-existent border patrol, and it's not that the border patrol isn't there, they just can't enforce anything because their hands are tied.
Yeah,
bullshit. But now they're just like, look, we can't keep just taking care of these people in our state because we're talking tens of thousands a day. So now they're just trucking them all over the country.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I mean, it's probably both. I mean, it's
probably, well,
yeah.
Again, some of these people are going to be good, honest, hardworking people that just are looking for a better life for their family and trying to escape blah.
Yeah.
But then there are also, you can't just say that there's not going to be serial murderers and rapists and drug dealers that are in this mix too. You can't say that.
I mean, yeah, you pick fucking 50 of us out, there'll be that same format.
Same
Yeah.
Well, maybe not 50, but you're talking
saying,
tens of thousands.
Yeah.
There are bound to be a handful that are like, they have a track record of being, douchebags and pieces of shit. And maybe we should actually screen them before we just go ahead and say, come on in.
Yeah.
Let's not worry about your voter. We don't need to worry about voter ID cards. You don't need ID to vote. So come on in. That is,
I think it's
again,
fun. I just found it very funny in the moment when I saw that. I was like, this is awesome.
Florida man of the week. Thank
Florida
you,
man.
Ron DeSantis.
Definitely. We need to get his picture. we need like a Florida man of the week wall.
I will throw that graphic up. I'll actually make a note right now.
That needs to be, yeah, we'll make that a weekly thing. It's got to be a Florida man. Well, we had 2 this week, but
yeah, but I think,
but DeSantis obviously wins. Yeah.
DeSantis wins. Florida man of the week. Okay. So I've got 2 others that I want to talk about. But the primary one is kind of a brain tickler. So, on this past Wednesday, September 14th, thousands of people in Ireland and the United Kingdom, Britain, England, saw a giant green flaming meteor. Thousands and thousands of people witnessed this, and this green fireball came from a low-flying meteor object, space junk, whatever, but it was too low to be the usual space rock. The plot thickens here.
Interesting.
So yes, I will. There's video.
Oh shit.
There's lots of video on this.
Damn.
So over 1,000 reports to the International Meteor Organization. International Meteor Organization said that it was too low to be the usual space rock and too slow to be the usual space rock. Reportedly, it was most likely to be a pile of space junk. Now later, get this, the UK Meteor Network tweeted that it could not find any known space junk or satellite deorbit that could account for this fireball.
It was
I'm not
green, and usually aliens are green. So
I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. No, I'm thinking
could be.
it could very well be maybe not aliens, but let's say interdimensional wormhole travel. Maybe.
possible.
I
Very
mean,
possible.
CERN keeps firing up their thing. I did not cross reference it because this is not what these episodes are for. Is doing deep dives. This is kind of a brain tickler though, because it's when the actual scientists and the people that know what's in space in the area at the time of the incident, everything was accounted for, and they couldn't figure out what was causing this great big green fireball that tens of thousands of people saw and thousands of people actually got video of.
Wow, imagine that, man. How cool that would be.
Mm-hmm. Now, there was debate on whether or not it was like a Starlink satellite deorbiting or if it was
Surely they would have been able
potentially-
to like figure that one out.
Yeah. Well, I think that if the most likely case is that it was probably a spy satellite that was from one of three countries. Is either ours, number one. It was either the United States. It was a spy satellite from the United States that was shot down. It was a Russian spy satellite that was shot down, or it was a Chinese spy satellite that was shot down. Because I think that trajectory, more than likely, Ireland and Ukraine. And again, I'm not a geographer, so I know basically the trajectory would probably have brought that fireball, that satellite, had it not deorbited or gotten shot down, it may have ended up over Ukraine or over Russia at some point.
Ah, okay.
So I'm not going to say it's definitely aliens,
but probably
nobody's.
yeah.
Well, nobody was positing that it was potentially a spy satellite, which would mean that there would be no record of it being in orbit if it's a spy satellite.
Right.
So we don't want to draw too much attention to it. So let's just make it sound like it's aliens.
Yeah. Well.
So not all conspiracy theories have to involve aliens when it involves space stuff.
I find it so fucking funny that people get so bent up about aliens. It's usually like, well, and the reason I say that is because it's because, so what? Like, yeah, maybe,
maybe,
it's just so weird to think. I know we talked about it before, but that's just so crazy. It's like the thing that gets me is that everyone is so quick to rule it out of fear. And I just think it's the most egotistical thing you could possibly assume, that you know what's out there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
well, it's a very human thing, because if there's other intelligent life out there, that would potentially be a threat to our dominance in our position.
Unify the world.
Would it unify the world, or would there just be mass suicides and mass bombings and mass disbelief?
Well, there's natural. We have to get rid of the weak ones. Yeah.
I mean, debatable on what is considered weak. I mean, are we talking weak-minded? Or are we talking weak?
I would say, I would
physically.
Say, no. I would say, if we have a global threat, which we've had before, but if we have one like that we're used to seeing out in the physical plane of, violence, and we can't unify over that, then I would say that'd be definitely some weak-minded fuckers. I'd probably be one of them. I'd probably end up, ousted. So
I still think they're either people from the future that have broken the space-time continuum, which is why we live in such a fucked up time, because our timelines are merging with other timelines. There's the whole Mandela effect, where people like there's tens of thousands of people that remember events in different ways.
Some of those I think people just don't pay attention, and their brain is just
Berenstain versus Berenstein.
Our brains are funny.
Berenstain Bears, not the Stein Bears.
Yeah,
but that may have just been like mispronunciation the way that I remembered it, because I remember Berenstain Bears.
It's like
Not the
it's like
Berenstain
misheard
Bears.
lyrics. It's the same thing.
Yes.
Just over time, if enough people misheard the lyrics, they'd
Wrapped
be like,
up like a
wait.
douche.
wait, he was actually saying shawty? Oh my god. I thought he was saying shitty. Like,
Blinded by the light.
yeah,
Wrapped up like a douche.
Yeah.
Like, it's not douche, it's deuce. But yeah, it's
I always thought
easily
it was
misheard.
douche. Yeah, of course. Same deal.
So yeah, that again, but that's again potentially interdimensional travel. Or I have one other theory, and then we can get off of this this strange green meteor that was flying across that again all these people saw. So now stay with me, you people at home too. Stay with me.
We're with you.
The Queen of England just died.
Not just now. She died.
Well, yeah, like a week ago.
I know. Yeah. Yes.
And this happened just over a week ago. It happened a couple days after her passing. Now, she was, I think, 97, 94 or 97. But whatever. She was really fucking old, but not quite as old as Betty White. So United States wins again.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, not to hate on the death of, a monarch, whatever. Not that I really care about monarchies, but here's my theory.
Yeah.
There, well, you can just search Queen of England alien, and you'll find a million memes of her being a lizard person.
Oh,
So maybe,
I love this.
maybe she didn't die, but to keep up the appearances of humanity, she has to fade out, drop the skin suit, go back to the mothership.
Hey, I don't know.
So
I mean,
the green fireball was just a starship jumping in. Now stay with me. Starship jumping in, collecting the Queen of England, who's not dead, but is actually a lizard person. And she takes off until she can come back and reassimilate, maybe take one of the princess's roles over in the future. I'm just
it's the circle of
Hypothetical.
life.
hypothetical.
It's the circle of life. We don't need it. What we don't know, we don't know.
Mhm. Just saying.
So we're just like children being put to bed. Well,
mighty convenient.
meanwhile, in the arena, in the Universal Arena,
In the Universal Arena, Queen Elizabeth
has been
II
picked
is
the fuck
reigning
up.
Supreme.
She's been picked up.
Mm-hmm. So again, maybe she's back on the mothership. It's not necessarily something I would lend credibility to, but I can't completely throw it out the window without concrete proof that there's not alien lizard people on the planet.
Hey,
Just saying.
just don't go. Just don't get too curious
So
about me.
So that's it. That's it for my alien the chair friend over here. I don't want to drag you into this. So that's it for the green meteor that
Very
that
cool.
nobody wanted to talk about.
Very cool.
Mhm.
I'm trying to come up with something funnier to say, but I can't. So
Do you have it? Do you have anything else for me?
yeah, I do. This one's a little more on the. I guess mine were all political because Chick-fil-A is pretty political too.
Chick-fil-A is inadvertently political because, well, the owner is, but the chain, the only reason people give them shit is because they're closed on Sunday.
Yeah, which is
But
stupid. I mean, everyone
if you
needs
look
a
at their
fucking
business
day.
model,
Yeah,
but if you look at their business model, like they are the only ones in the fast food industry that actually have it worked out. I don't know what they pay their employees, but their employees are out there taking orders and they're making every time I pass a Chick-fil-A during lunchtime or prime time dinner time, there are cars wrapped 2 or 3 rows around that building.
yeah.
And I've been in that line before, and I've never waited more than 2 minutes from order to pickup,
Yeah.
despite having that many people in line.
Oh, they're
So,
yeah.
You can talk all the shit you want on their religious beliefs or whatever, but their business model and business plan, perfect.
They're lizard people.
Hey, you can't rule it out.
Nope, sure can't. All right.
So what you got?
In Texas, you may know this already because I know how you are. I know you're privy to these topics, but in Texas now, apparently, a federal court rules that big tech has no freewheeling First Amendment right to censor anyone on social media. Anyone. I don't know how deep this runs, but this is the flag that's being flown is that they can't silence or censor any voice in Texas anymore.
Because so if I'm in Texas, I can say whatever I want while I'm in Texas.
Maybe that's VPN stuff. I'm not sure.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Maybe I need to get a VPN and just set it to Texas.
We can all just be in Texas.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And we don't even have a sponsorship from a VPN service. So
it was a lawsuit.
If we did, that would be a convenient plug right there.
It was yeah. It was a lawsuit that was signed into by Governor Abbott, and it was upheld by the federal court. So
that's what's up.
Pretty cool. I mean, I just kind of read that, so I'm not super deep into like how maybe people can tell us in the comments or whatever they know more, but sounds pretty cool.
Well, that brings up the point of censorship in general when it comes to big tech. Is I get that they want to promote a more positive environment for people, but if they really wanted to promote a more positive environment for people, then you would pretty much just eliminate all politics.
Yeah.
So if you want to eliminate hate speech, just eliminate politics on social media, period. But it's ultimately big tech started the hardcore censorship back when post-Trump election.
Yeah.
And then when COVID hit, they ramped it up. And they've since had to go back. They haven't really printed any retractions for anything that they blocked or banned in the past, but allowing anybody to have free reign over what you can and can't say on what is essentially a public forum, even if it is just a privately owned, publicly traded company, that they need to really, the government, obviously they're not going to do anything about dealing with the social media aspect. Not that I think that the government should be involved anyway, but when they're all these social media companies have lobbyists that are paying into these politicians' campaigns.
It's not.
I mean, I think 98 or 99% of all campaign contributions from social media companies, entrepreneurs, are like to Democrat candidates. That seems a little. It's an open secret.
Yes, I mean, it's the same deal with this. It's the same reason that Hollywood movies have, everyone knows in recent years they get more and more agenda, and you have to look at the type, and I'm just to make a broad generalization, the type of people that work in Hollywood, the type of people that work in Silicon Valley. And those, those types of people are, generally speaking,
left leaning.
Yeah. I mean, on some spectrum, so ranging from fucking literally not even on the same goddamn planet to somewhat of a centrist, but still left leaning. So it's increasingly become more and more about silencing. And I mean, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with everyone. I mean, but. I think the issue for me on that is just that there's enough in our lives right now that go ahead and assume the position that we're all just too dumb that everyone's too dumb, and a lot of people are too dumb. A lot of people I know, a lot of people.
I am.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm definitely too dumb in my current state, but people, it's like. We have to be just presented with information, and it's just information, and we have to work our muscles to be able to just intake information and form our own opinions. It can't be non-transparent, because then you have mistrust, and when you have mistrust, it's hard to get anything done. It's hard to get anybody behind anything. That's what we're dealing with now.
Well, the main problem with censoring anybody is that if you censor one side, but you don't censor the other, of like one side of an argument or one side of a perspective or scientific finding, if you only censor one side, that means the other side's going to run completely unchained and unquestioned. And then you run into an issue like, I don't know, maybe COVID didn't come from a lab. It had to come from a bat in the Wuhan wet market, which has since pretty much been shot down. Not 100%.
Yeah.
But they killed all debate on that. And if you don't have, if you censor people that have dissenting opinions or differing opinions or different evidence that backs up a different perspective, then all you're doing is fostering ignorance.
Yeah, and it's also just feeding into the hyper. It actually creates more opposition and creates more of this hyper politicized social media presence. Because there's something to talk about. It's like if you meet people's needs of being able to express whatever they have, then you're not going to have the need. You're not going to have the created, manufactured need for outrage about that. You're going to there will be nothing to be outraged about because you're able to just say it. So
that's all ass.
It's all ass, buddy. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get some research on this. If I can be a Texan online.
Well, if you can set up your VPN, if you sign up for a VPN and you pay for it, which I don't know, I'm not going to say ExpressVPN. I have no idea.
That's what all the other fucking podcasts say. So
I have no idea. Again, nobody's paying us to say this. So, but if you do get a VPN, then you can just set your home base to, again, Texas, and then constitutionally, I guess. That's according to Texas law anyway. You can sue whoever tries to censor you. I have one more. We did say we were going to go three on three. So here's my number 3. The last thing I got. And I came across this completely by accident. Thank you, Facebook. Fayetteville, North Carolina Police Department. This is their Facebook post from September 17th. Fayetteville, North Carolina, as a result of the community's participation in their gun buyback program, they surpassed their goal and have successfully concluded their gun buyback program. 174 vehicles came through. They took possession of 340 guns/weapons off the streets. They said this: thank you to our community partners at Kingdom Impact Global Ministries located at 2503 Murchison Road, Fayetteville, North Carolina, for providing an easy and accessible location to assist in making the program a success. Thank you to our citizens of Fayetteville for answering the call in an effort to create a safer community. Because of you, this program was a success. Now, I am going to see if I can send you the picture of this real quick, because it is ridiculous. This gun buyback program, well, it sounds great in theory. Click on that icon that I just sent you. I will bring it up in the video feed right now. This is the pile of guns that they got. Now, for those of you that aren't firearms enthusiasts, it should be in the chat window of Skype. This picture.
I don't have anything. I think you sent it to me in text.
I sent it to you in the Skype video text.
Okay.
Skype video message. But the picture is of, I don't know, a stack of breech loading shotguns. So break the barrel.
No semis in there that I can see.
Oh, no. Old double barrels. You can see the rust on all of the guns. All of the guns are rusted to crap. Not a single semi-auto to be seen. I don't even see a pump action in there.
The deers are rejoicing in Fayetteville.
And
I said
this,
deers, fucking moron.
Yeah, but this is the mentality of some of these programs, and I think they spent something like $34,000 on this program. And look, if I were in Fayetteville in that area and there were no questions asked, come drop off your guns, I would have been going to every single pawn shop on the planet and buying the crappiest, most busted ass fake prop guns on the planet for $50 a pop, and then turning them in for like $300 each. That sounds like a great way to make money.
Wow.
But how like looking at this, when's the last time that somebody got, like some of the comments in the comment section were priceless. It's like the Revolutionary War rifles. Thank God that, the black powder muzzle loaders are off the streets.
Oh my God.
That's
insane.
Yeah. But
those don't look nearly cool enough to shoot a school up with.
Well,
those are not.
What is the purpose of getting most of these guns?
Those are not Call of Duty guns.
Yeah, but also I want to know where these guns, what they're doing with the guns after they purchase them.
That too.
So what are they going to do with these guns? Are they just going to destroy them? Are they going to melt them down and make like Game of Thrones?
Yeah, they should make a chair.
The Iron Throne.
They should make a chair for that.
They should make a chair. All of the hundreds of guns that were melted down in the forges of Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Yeah.
So that they could virtue signal that they were something special.
Dear Lord, man.
So yeah, this is like, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like, why would you, they've just been getting roasted nonstop.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they have, yes, Fayetteville Police Department. That's all you have to search on Facebook. And you will find this post, and this post has 4,700 comments, 4,600 reactions, the majority of which are laughing emojis. And it's been shared just over 3,000 times. I think that's the most traffic that Fayetteville, North Carolina has ever gotten. And, I wish that I could say that it was them trolling other counties. Like, yeah, this is not actually what we did. This was a farce. We did this as a joke.
Yeah.
Just to go viral. Just to show you guys how, stupid of an idea this is. No, this is not, like, their entire Facebook page is nothing but that kind of mentality. Now, again, they're like, they have a good positive message, like lock your doors at 9 p.m. Like every day they post 9 p.m. Lock your doors.
Oh my God.
Hey, look, again, they're looking after their community. But if they think that spending that kind of money on that pile of shit was going to do anything effective to keep their community safe, they are there's no way of knowing for them what to expect. I mean, just playing devil's advocate, but that's an insane amount of money. Like, I don't understand where that money even gets spent, like that kind of money to set up a municipal program like that. Taxpayers.
No, I know where it
had to come from a bill. So the bill was presented in the city, state, county, and then somebody voted on it. Somebody had to pass it and approve it, and then they get a check.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, how do you spend that much money? Just in marketing or what? Like just signs and shit, or
it
looks like a fucking easy up tent with a couple of cops sitting at it. Like,
but Project Safe. I mean, they have their Project Safe. Like, they branded the crap out of the tent, so they've had to pay for the tent, which is $200.
Well,
just for the custom printing.
I guess I'm not. I guess I'm obviously missing something. Like, I'm missing, like, I guess paying people, like paying whoever the hell
individuals.
Yeah, like salaries or whatever. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you have the majority of your police force out at this event, you have to pay for their time.
Yeah.
So that's time that they're not actually out making the street safer.
Well, yeah, but it's just fucking insane. Like, I don't know. Sorry, I'm yawning, guys. I'm tired, but I'm here for you.
I'm here for you, baby.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, again, it's just it's ridiculous that they promoted this as a success.
Yeah.
It was a success for the
Well, you
people
have
that
to,
traded
I
in
mean-
their busted ass guns that didn't work anymore.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. At least be honest about it. Just be like, hey, we had a success. Don't post a picture of the the weapons that you bought.
I know what I overlooked is the actual money that they bought the guns back with.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Maybe it was drug money that they confiscated. Maybe that's what they did to infuse more money into the community.
Recycle.
I don't know. I mean, that's not a bad way to do it.
No,
but
it's not. But then you get into the whole the drug argument, which is another thing. So
yeah, that's an argument for another day and another topic.
man,
So
bases
three
were
on
loaded today.
3-on-3, man. 3-on-3 is some weird stuff going on the planet.
This is true.
Some weird stuff going on the planet, and I think we covered some of the weirder and wackier stuff, at least that we've run across in the last couple of days. There are some other things that I did save, but I'm going to save those for another day, next week maybe, just because they get a little bit more political, and we already covered some politics stuff, and I don't want to just ram that down everybody's throat or your throat.
We don't have to lift a finger for that. That already gets done.
Oh, I did have. We can wrap this up here in just a second, but I did have a Mad Max moment this weekend.
Go for it.
I had a great week.
Was it at the Auburn game?
Yes, it was at the Auburn game.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay, so the Chrissy wanted to go to the Auburn. Penn State Nittany Lions are playing at Auburn, which we live 2.5 hours from Auburn. She's never gotten to go to a game in like the last 12 years. And it just so happens that this game was right down the street. We had tickets available by our very good friend George. So it was minimal cost. We had a friend of ours come in and stay. We had another friend come in last minute. I had requested off and had my good friend Marshall Elkins fill in on bass to play the show Saturday, which that was, whatever. My wife wanted to spend some time with me. She sacrificed a lot. So she wanted me there. I'm going to go there.
Yeah.
So we go to the game. We do the whole, because our friend Tracy Westmoreland, who came down for the game, she's a Penn State alum. So we got to do it's the Penn State Roar Tour. So we got to do the alumni tent, and we got to meet the mascot and all this other crap. And then we did the walk to the stadium. So I've got this shirt on that says, I should have worn it, but I wasn't really planning on talking about this, but it was, I married into this with a Penn State logo on it. And I was seriously, both the Penn State fans, which there were many, and the Auburn fans, both of them loved the shirt. I was the talk of Auburn, man. It was, let me tell you, I was Mr. Popular. And it was the one time that I've been in Auburn and it wasn't like, pygmies, you're pygmies. No, it was about the shirt. The shirt was the hit.
Right.
So it was really cool. But we get in line, we're big long line to get into the stadium, and Penn State fans all around us, and this one giant ass hat. He had to be in his 60s, probably has diabetes, but he's probably 2-3 inches bigger than me, about 30 or 40 pounds heavier than me. And he's got sunglasses on. He's breathing real hard, but he's not like a big fat guy, but he's obviously not in shape.
Yeah.
And they come up to us while we're standing in line, and they just start chit chatting. Everything's fine. And then we have to split the line to let people pass that are walking around the stadium while we're in line to get in.
Right.
And after that traffic clears out, we walk forward, and the same big guy, he's the guy that I was just having a conversation with, comes up to me and he gets in my face and he's just like, you need to get the fuck out of line. You can't just walk up here and cut. And I looked at him. I'm like, okay, he's fucking with me, right? I was like, yeah, whatever. That's not happening. Yeah, but you're fucking funny. You're funny. And he's like, no, you need and he shoves me.
Whoa.
we're not, and like all the people behind us are just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, he's been here. You were just talking to him.
What the
So,
fuck, big dude?
As he shows me, and I run over and I fucking just shoulder check the shit out of him. Chrissy gets in between us because she doesn't want me to go to jail. This is like the only, this is like the one thing, the one
awesome.
time that I actually go out to do something she wants to do, and somebody's going to give me enough shit
anywhere.
to get me in a fight. And again, I'm not an overly violent person, but like, why would you disrespect me for no reason?
Yeah.
It's like, maybe he looked at me as like, this guy's going to cave like a bitch. And I'm like, I didn't. And he didn't know what to do. And then my little wife, Chrissy, who's, you know, again, this guy's a couple inches taller than me. She's boop, like 5'3", like just a little fucking spitfire in his face. Like, you need to fuck off, fucking separate. She's like, you, pointing at me, you need to go over there, stay at the front of the fucking line. I'm like, I'm going to fucking handle it. She's like, no, the fuck you're not. You're not dealing with shit. She handled that. Again, I got my shove in, and then it took me about 30 minutes to calm down after that, because I'm just like,
You're keyed up. You're ready to fight.
Like, I had a Penn State shirt on, and the only person that gave me shit the entire day was a Penn State fan.
We're all on the same team, fucker. And I'm missing the point. Like, it was because he thought you cut in line.
I don't know.
What are you in fucking middle school, motherfucker?
Well, I didn't cut in line. That's the whole thing. They had actually cut the people behind us when they came over and just started strumming up a conversation, which everybody sees how that fucking shit goes.
It's not fucking general admission.
And everything. But for him to come at me like
I mean, it's not like it's a fucking general admission ticket to see Lizzo. Trying to get the best view of Lizzo's butter biscuits. I would understand it then. You have assigned seats, man.
When they gotta be great.
Control yourself, soldier. You have assigned seats.
Yeah, I don't know what his fucking issue was.
He wanted to get that. He wanted to get that fucking big gulp before he sat down.
Well, no, he wanted to feel like a big man. And I guess he looked at me and he was just like, I'm bigger than him.
Yeah,
he'll cave like a bitch. Everybody's gonna cave nowadays. And when I'm just like, yeah, no, bam. And then again, when my wife got in the middle, again, I wouldn't get in her fucking way.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, but after that, I mean, the game was awesome. We didn't get any shit really from anybody else. We were sitting in the Auburn section. The Penn State section was way up in the nosebleeds, but we were like on the 40 or 50 yard line across from the student section. Again, great seats, great game. Again, mad props to our friend George that hooked us up. I don't want to mention his last name because I don't want somebody to be jealous or hit him up or be like, her. Just I will say George. And it was, again, a great game. And I pulled out my phone, which Penn State won, by the way, which
was even
we were just hoping for a good game, but it was actually kind of a blowout, which, again, nobody expected, especially not the Penn State fans. We were just like, just let it be close. And I'm not, again, I married into that. I'm an LSU fan, as I've demonstrated previously in the podcast series. But it's the one time that I actually got my phone out to video anything was I actually got the entire play on the only touchdown that Auburn got. I videoed it. Like, it was, I think, towards the end of the third quarter, I get my phone out and I'm just like, oh, this looks like it's going to be an interesting play because they're like close to the red zone. I think they had like 12 yards. And I started videoing and it was just like, boop, there's a sweep to the outside. Little running back guy did like a hurdle over a guy, and I got it all on video. And I was just like, oh.
Cool.
And like, I looked at the Auburn fans around me. I'm like, do you want me to just video the rest of the game?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what just happened, but I feel like I did that with my mind.
Yeah, the magic touch.
There's a magic touch with the phone. So yeah, we had a great day Saturday. Penn State won. The wife was happy. We had a great time visiting with friends and commuting with everybody but one douchebag. So, I mean, again, Mad Max moment, but it lasted like 2 seconds. It's not something that I dwelled on for the rest of the game, and
Well,
it
that's
ruined
good.
my entire day or experience.
That's good. That's more than what most people could say.
Yeah. So yeah,
Hell yeah, man.
outside of that, I've just, again, more of the same. I've got to be in Auburn again tomorrow for a frat party. So outside of that, I've got nothing else going on. I'll be in Texas this week though. I'll be in Texas on Friday and Saturday, and then home Sunday, and then Monday recording. If we decide, unless something comes up and we have to push recording a day or two, that Monday is also another D day where I have to do some court crap.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it's early in the morning, so
Okay.
it won't interfere with our thing.
Yeah.
But again, depending on how it turns out, should make for an interesting episode.
Hell yeah. Looking forward to that. Hope everything goes well with that.
Yeah. Do you have anything you want to add before we shut this bitch down for the day?
Not really, man.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to Brain Snacks with Jaxon and Max. As always, please go to our website, brainsnackspodcast.com. Sign up for our newsletter. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the bell notification, like the video, leave a comment, click the link in the description. We may link some of these news articles that we were talking about earlier down in there. If you guys want to just keep up with us, again, make sure that you like and follow us on all the social medias, Brain Snacks with Jaxon Max. We also have a Facebook group, Brain Snacks Podcast. And again, if you're listening on Apple iTunes or Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, Podbean, make sure that you like it. Make sure you follow it. Make sure you click the automatic download so you never miss a fresh, tasty episode.
And make sure you protect your neck at Chick-fil-A.
Watch out for motherfuckers with sticks trying to carjack you.
Yep.
And don't cut your leg off.
Yep.
So with that, guys, thank you for tuning in. We are two confident idiots saying, don't pretend to be Jesus and Satan and cut your leg off in front of your 5-year-old daughter.
Because it's a mess.
But if you're going to do something, maybe send 50 migrants to Martha's Vineyard.
And then 50 more.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We love you. Have a good night.
Thank y'all.
Peace.